The Nintendo 64 is one of my all-time favorite consoles. I don't care what anybody's got to say about the system. I love it. There's a ton of awesome games for it. Sure, third-party support wasn't that great. Fairly disappointing, let's be honest. But what we did get was, for the most part, amazing, especially all the stuff from Nintendo. This was a Nintendo system driven by Nintendo-made games. I really dug the system. It was the first console that I bought on launch day. Sure, there was other consoles I had prior to it, but it was the first one I bought on launch day, and I just have so many fond memories of this system. The games, I still play it to this day, almost every other day. Not every day, but quite a bit. I play this thing a lot. Love revisiting Super Mario 64, Wave Race, Pilot Wings, Legend of Zelda. There's just tons of awesome games. So, E.O.N, the makers of the GCHD and the GCHD Mark II, which we've taken a look at both of those on this channel, amazing devices for sure, especially the Mark II with how that works. Really awesome. But E.O.N has been teasing something, right? And I'm pretty sure from the most recent hints that they were giving with the time thing and all that kind of, falling into place with Majora's Mask, a lot of people had the idea that this was going to be Nintendo 64 related, and hells yes, you were correct. So they just announced a brand new device that allows us to play our Nintendo 64 through HDMI. Now, this is not unheard of. I mean, we've had other solutions before. The Ultra HDMI, which I've also covered. Fairly expensive modification. You got to get somebody to mod your system. Some people, they like to maintain the integrity of the system. They don't like doing mods. They want to keep it original. So something like this, what they just announced, is really going to appeal to a lot of people, especially things like the Ultra HDMI being kind of out of reach with shipments and just limited supply and having to get your system modded. So they announced the Super 64, and wow, was I impressed taking a look at their announcement video. It was a short and sweet video, don't get it wrong, but what they showed so far is pretty legit. This thing just simply plugs into your Nintendo 64's output port, and then you could plug it into an HD TV, a modern TV, and the visuals that they show in their video were looking pretty darn nice in my opinion. I don't know what kind of magic they've done, but this is going to be an amazing device for a lot of people. So this thing states, supercharge your Nintendo 64. We're going to put up some screenshots of some of their, a little bit of their footage, but some of their press release pictures as well. But supercharge your Nintendo 64. Play any N64 game on any HD TV. What? Virtually eliminates all input lag. Compatible with any HDMI enabled display. So, I mean, you're covered. Modern displays all have HDMI. Let's do it. Outputs the highest quality signal over HDMI. No additional modding is needed, but that's not the only thing. They have some other features on this, which I found pretty neat. They have a slick mode. What? So when you put slick mode on, there's a little button on the side of the device. You click it, the light goes on, and it smooths over the edges of, your Nintendo 64 game, giving it kind of a slick look, hence why they call it slick mode, right? So you get rid of, a lot of the jaggies and stuff like that, and actually seeing that in action in their video looked pretty darn nice in my opinion. I don't really utilize those kind of modes in certain things, like in emulation or devices that I have that you could do that. But seeing that in action from what they showed is definitely pretty impressive with the Nintendo 64. You can't hurt it, you know what I mean? Nintendo 64, man, those jaggies, that's kind of a thing that we had to deal with, and it never bothered me too much, but for some people, that is gonna be huge. So this thing is coming out pretty soon, just a few weeks. So it's coming out, I believe July 22nd is when they announced that it's going to be launching. So the interesting thing with this is that it does 480p over HDMI, and it's looking pretty tasty, right? But pairing this with an M cable, you can get even better visuals. Now, I have some personal experience with the M cable. I haven't talked about it yet on the channel, but I do have an M cable that I recently got, and I've been testing it out with various devices. And I've also seen other people's videos on these, like Linus Tech Tips, and I was pretty darn impressed. So pairing that with the Super 64 from E.O.N, I think is going to be a pretty amazing thing. Now, in the very near future, right before launch of this device, I will be having some videos up showcasing this product in action, kind of comparing it to other, options out there, giving you guys the goods, right? So definitely look forward to that. Put that on your calendar. As far as what I know, the date for, us to be able to put out videos is going to be July 19th. So a few days before launch. But if you do want to pre-order one of these, Castlemania Games, buddy Ryan over there at Castlemania Games, he gave me the heads up that they are going to be doing some specials with these things. Pretty darn cool. So he's going to be having some E.O.N bundles, the S64 by itself, an E.O.N starter kit, an S64, a GCHD Mark II, and then also a deluxe setup with the S64 and an M cable, and then an even higher level up, an S64 GCHD Mark II with an M cable, and then another bundle where you get both of the E.O.N products and then a couple M cables if you want to have multiple setups or to just make it easier for yourself. The M cables, especially the gaming edition ones, they're fairly pricey, and from looking at what Castlemania is going to be offering, these bundles are definitely a value compared to what you would normally be paying. So you will be getting some steep discounts on the M cable or the Mark II if you bundle up. So I think that's a really good deal if you're in the market for those things. You definitely do not need the M cable to use the Super 64 on your Nintendo 64. It's just like an enhancement thing, and it's pretty crazy seeing that in action. Like I said, I have used the M cable on a few things, and I'm just like, the heck is this? But if you're interested, as far as this video going live, Castlemania does have everything up for pre-order. And if you followed my channel for a while, you may have seen that we have shared a coupon code for Castlemania Games, Pixel 10. It's our exclusive channel coupon code for you guys. You typically can save 10% on products. A lot of times that's disabled on, newer stuff or pre-orders. Just depends on what it is. But he did let me know that, hey, this coupon code is going to be stackable. If you get those bundles, you're saving even more money, for what everything goes for individually. So if you're in the market for that stuff, it's a good deal. So check it out. Links will be in the description for Castlemania Games. He is going to have access to the Super 64 for the pre-orders as an exclusive thing for a short while. I believe maybe a month or so. I'm not sure where else these will be sold. I'm sure like conventions, possibly at some point on Amazon. But, I have dealt with Castlemania quite a bit in the past. I've purchased a ton of stuff from him. And that's the reason why I began speaking about his shop, was because the service was damn good. Never had an issue with anything I've bought. And I have bought a ton of stuff. So I really was shocked with this Super 64 announcement. And, just E.O.N being a little sneaky with this announcement. Everybody knew something was going on. I saw a lot of guesses out there. Some people were kind of on point. Some people were just like way out there. And I was just like, man, this is crazy. These guys really got, everybody going. And like I said, I'm a huge Nintendo 64 fan. I love it. It's just so many good memories playing this system. And actually with the announcement of this, or me knowing that this was coming out, I did purchase another Nintendo 64. That's just how much I love it. I had to get me another Japanese, colored one. I think it's like a clear blue and the white. And I was looking at the orange and black, but man, it's a little out of my price. I really would love to get that one. I think one of the cheaper ones I saw was around a couple $100. That was in good condition. Go look at those. I can't remember the name of them, but they're orange and black, and they're that translucent color Nintendo 64. Go look at those things. It's amazing how many of them you'll see on eBay that have sun damage. I'm like, what were these guys in Japan doing with these things? Were they playing them outside, or did they just leave them outdoors? Because a lot of them have this weird damage to the plastic, and they're always listed as sun damage. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up, but I do love that color scheme. Maybe eventually I'll get one. But yeah, with the announcement of this, I was like, dude, I gotta have another Nintendo 64. I'm gonna pop in that Super 64, have it in maybe my bedroom. I'm not sure, because my Nintendo 64 right now is here. See, you can't even see it. That is freaking funny, because I have the jungle green one. My green screen is making it a gelatinous Nintendo 64. That is freaking hilarious. That looks awesome. But I use that one down here for like recording purposes and whatnot. I actually have a game playing and the audio playing in the background. I'm sure you guys could tell by now, right? It's like 10-12 minutes into this video. But yeah, super excited. I was gonna wear this Nintendo 64 hat for this video, but with the green on it and the green screen, it kind of looked funky. Damn it! I gotta start recording more videos without the green screen so I can wear my Nintendo 64 hat. But yes, I'm excited for Nintendo 64 stuff. Love the controllers that Retrobit put out. Love that we're getting the Super 64 HDMI adapter, whatever the heck you want to call it, whatever magic this thing is using. Definitely going to be a cool solution. So links in the description. Let me know what you think. I know Nintendo 64 fans are going to be ecstatic. There's going to be people who are just like, I'm going to pass on this. And that's fine. Not going to be for everybody. I'm excited. Doesn't mean you have to be, but I think it's damn sweet. So really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. With that said, I will catch you guys next time. Peace out, bye-byes, and boom, bye.